Hi friends, this is Jason, and right here is another Rhythm Recap. So think about for just 1 minute all of the ways in which you try to improve yourself. The way you try to get smarter or better looking or able to lift more weight or hit more jump shots or get better grades or whatever. Think about all of the effort that you spend to make yourself better. Lent is a time when we reject the upward trajectory and instead embrace the downward trajectory of Jesus, where we reject making ourselves better or more attractive and instead embrace the downbound trajectory of Jesus. All of us struggle with this huge temptation to puff ourselves up and put other people down. And yet Jesus, maybe like the person who would have the most reason ever in history to puff himself up, instead lifts others up. Jesus goes to the low places, the places where people are hurting, the places where people who have been put down are, and he embraces them. He listens to them. He invests his life in them. One of the ways in which you can model the downbound life of Jesus is to create space for God and to create space for your neighbor, to create space for the person who no one else has created space for. In Luke 14, Jesus tells this parable. He's sitting at a banquet, and Jesus says, rather than fighting over who gets to sit in the place of honor, Jesus calls us to sit in the most humble place. And he ends this parable in Luke 14 with this great line, this world-changing line. He says this: "For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." This is Luke 14, verse 11. Jesus not only calls us to create space for those who others have pushed out, but Jesus creates space for us when we've been pushed out. So if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like there's no space for you at the table, know this. Know that Jesus goes to the low places so that when we find ourselves in these low places, Jesus encounters us there. I hope you know that you are loved and that even in the low places, the places that hurt, the places where it seems like there's no space at the table, Jesus invites you into his presence. I hope this week that you can follow the trajectory of Jesus by creating space for somebody else. This has been your Rhythm Recap for this week.